I don't even know. I don't even know what to say right now. I have no clue what to say right now. Hold on a second. Let me turn this light on. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, I was gonna go to bed. I was gonna go to bed. I was watching Blackout from EYL. And oh my God. So basically, oh, hold on. Let me take the sweater off. So I was watching EYL, and basically, what they're saying is the NFL, NBA, and National Hockey League is done. Like, the NFL is finished. I watched this and I'm like, I gotta get drunk. Because the next 4 years in this country is gonna be crazy. The next 4 years in this country is gonna be. Where's my glasses? Gotta put my blue light glasses on. I'm scared the government's trying to control my brain. If you're watching the stock market, if you're watching crypto, if you're investing, you're seeing an epic switch in how money's being made. And this is just the beginning. Like, we haven't even got to the inauguration. We haven't even got to the swearing. We haven't even got to the new year. And we're seeing this country you ever see. I know y'all motherfuckers is black, so you probably don't watch this shit. But I watch a lot of fucking rodeo shit. Right? And you see the horse inside the gate, like, ready to go. And when they open up the gate, the horse is like going crazy. That's America right now. America is inside the gate and it's going like this. And they got the gate closed. In January, when they open up the gate, this country is going to fucking run. Like you've never seen before. The next 4 years, America's going to make so many millionaires and billionaires is going to be unprecedented. Because where the market is capped out, America is trying to find new lanes of opportunity. So the NFL and NBA is dead. It's done. Forget about it. So if you're trying to get your kid, if you're trying to get your kid to the NFL or NBA, that's the wrong move. If you're a parent right now, right, and this is something, this is some educated shit. Like I was gonna come on here and talk about arguing with Larry Jordan or talking about Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. Tonight is all about the single moms out there. This is for the single moms that are out there right now. And this is so crazy because this is how the simulation works. So I was at a private party at the Foundation Lounge Saturday night. And I was speaking to a single mom. And she said her son is lit. Her son is lit when it comes to football. He's the only freshman. He's the only freshman on varsity. Right? And she said the young blood is failing. And I told her, I said, yo, listen. A lot of like black women are extreme. Yo, let me tell you something right now. Like black women are the top of the food chain out of everybody. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like this, but black women are the top of the food chain when we talk about status and education. Right? It's white men, then underneath the white man, it's the black woman. And then by default, it's the white woman, and then it's the black man. Because we out here on some dumb shit, right? They've broken down the family. They've broken down the black family, right? They give you food stamps. They give you Section 8. They say a man can't be president in the crib or you can lose your Section 8. They pull us over. They jam us up. They fuck up the economy. They feed us hip hop that's fucking us up. They prop up one or two black people, make them billionaires, so-called billionaires. So we all chasing that dream. We're all chasing to be a rapper or be LeBron James. It's actually easier to be a doctor than LeBron James. It's easier to be a high-ranking attorney than Jay-Z or Kanye West. Like when you look at Kanye West is probably the most creative human being ever born. And I would say that Kanye West is more creative than Steve Jobs. Kanye West is more creative than Mark Zuckerberg. Kanye West is more creative than Elon Musk. Because Kanye West can invent product and move culture. Ain't nobody really want to fuck with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going to gain culture because he's riding with Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump moves culture. That's probably the only white man that could move culture. Like Donald Trump is culture. Elon Musk can't get what for Elon Musk to move culture, he's gotta be on he's gotta be Donald Trump's lackey. Right? Because having $1 billion ain't shit. Being the world's richest man ain't shit if you can't influence culture. And that's just factual. Being rich is cool, but if you can't influence culture, then it doesn't make any sense. Yo, this podcast, this right here, this is a bombshell. So I was talking to the single mom. I'm like, yo, listen, you got to understand who you are as a black female. You are a black female, so you know that niggas ain't shit. So you knew that you had to get A's in school and B's in school. You're a single mom. Your boy knows that you ain't shit. And that's no disrespect to women, but it's just the nature of a man. If you're 16 years old, and there ain't no man around, you're the king of the jungle. So your mom really can't talk to you and tell you what to do because you're the king of the castle. You're the defender. You're the provider of this castle because the dad ain't around. So I told this mom, I said, yo, listen, my problem as a dad was I tried to bring my son to my level when I should have went to his level. You got to go to your kid's level. And I said, yo, mom, this is what you got to do. Fuck all that A and B shit in school. Just get your son to a 1.7 GPA. Once you get to the 1.7 GPA, get him to a 2.0. Once you get your son to a 2.0, then get him to a 2.8. Meanwhile, you got to be taking your son to these schools. You got to take him to the University of Miami. You got to take him to Georgia. You got to take him to Ole Miss. You got to take him to Camp Randall. You got to take him down the street to Boston College. You got to take him to Michigan. You got to take him to BYU. You got to take him to USC. You got to take him to UCLA. You got to take him to those games. Let him see the environment. Let that kid see. Yo, let me tell you something right now, man. I went to Dean Junior College. And I played lacrosse there. Dean Junior College is a tiny school in Franklin, tiny school. But our athletic program was massive. We played D2, D3 schools, D2 schools, and we used to put the beating on their ass. Because if you played at Dean Junior College, so Dean Junior College was basically a halfway house for colleges. It was for smart kids who were dummies in high school. I'm a smart kid. I was a dummy in high school. So I had to go to basically a halfway house to be released in society, right? So I went to Dean Junior College. You do 2 years, and then I was getting looked at by Johns Hopkins and Ithaca to go and play lacrosse, Syracuse to go and play lacrosse, Duke. That's where if I didn't fail out, that's where I was going, right? So when you put on your uniform, yo, what's up, Nate Rogers? Yo, this shit right now is crazy, Nate. I just saw some shit and I had to go and drink. I'm telling my story, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it, Nate. Stay with me, Nate. How's the baby? How's the kids? When you play lacrosse at Dean Junior College and you're coming out of the dressing room, and it's a small school, but the crowd is going crazy. Crazy. Like, when I was on the lacrosse team, I was like the big boy on campus. Like, everybody knew that, yo, he played lacrosse. That is times a million when you're at Wisconsin, when you're at Notre Dame. Growing fast, tell me about it. This is for you, Nate. This right here is for you. When you're walking in the tunnel at Michigan and you hear the stands roaring and roaring, the crowd, there is no feeling in the world when you're in a tunnel and you hear the stadium shaking, and you're in the tunnel and you hear it. Remember that? Click, clack, click, clack. As you're walking through the tunnel, you're hearing click, clack, click, clack. Like you in unison. You're in unison. And then when you stop at the tunnel and you hear the crowd, then you hold that flag and you run out onto the field. There is no feeling in the world better than that. And that was what I felt at Dean Junior College. My cousin did that shit at Wisconsin. When you're in the tunnel and you're walking out the dressing room and you're hearing click, clack, click, clack, and then you stop. You got that flag and you run out to the stadium. 100,000, 50,000, 30,000. Girls, young boys, screaming their fucking heads off. And you gotta understand these white people. A lot of these white kids that go to these big schools, their grandfather went to that school. Their grandmother went to that school. So the mom and pops had to go to that school. And you have to go to that school. So you've got generations on top of generations representing Michigan, Notre Dame, Miami, Wisconsin, Michigan, Boston College, Clemson, Alabama. That's some different shit. And I told mom, you have to take your son to that environment. He has to feel the passion and electricity in that stadium. So when he comes back to Boston and he's at these little D1 schools, he's like, yo, I got the talent to be the motherfucker in that tunnel. Let me get to my point. Let me get to my point. Now, I did this at Dean Junior College. When we used to play Northeastern, and when we used to play like club schools like BU, and Northeastern and Boston College. That shit was lit. And the lacrosse team was a whole bunch of rich white kids. And I'm the poor black dude on the team. And when we would go and lay the smack down on a D1 or D2 school, D3 school, and come back to Dean, girls would go crazy. That's just a different feeling. Let me land. So I'm listening to EYL, Blackout. And they're saying that there's 32 teams in the NFL. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I had to get drunk. This shit fucked my head up tonight that I had to get drunk. Because I can't even fathom where America is going right now. When Bitcoin's over 100, about to get to be 100,000, and when I heard this, I'm like, I gotta drink because I can't sleep tonight. If I don't go to bed lit, I won't be able to sleep. They are saying that billionaires are starting to buy college teams. Hold on. So billionaires are going to start to buy college teams. Let me put this shit over here. NCAA top 25. NCAA. Oh, let me go to ESPN. ESPN top 25. This shit is crazy. How do I stop this? All right. So there are these are the 25 top teams in college athletics. Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Tennessee, Indiana, Boise State, SMU, Roll Tide, Arizona State, the U, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Clemson, BYU, Ohio State, Missouri, Illinois, Syracuse, Miami, Colorado, UNLV running Rebels, and Memphis. It's 25 teams. Those are the top 25 teams. And there's a lot more, right? I didn't even mention who did I even mention? I didn't mention Wisconsin. And I didn't mention BC. I didn't mention Rutgers. I didn't mention the game. Oh, South Carolina's here. I didn't mention North Carolina. I didn't mention North Carolina. So let's just go with the top 25 teams. There's 25 teams right now. The top 25 teams, NCAA football. There's 32 teams in the NFL. I don't even know how many teams is in the NBA. I don't even know. Chat. Yo, Nate, tell me how many teams in the NFL in the NBA. I don't know how many teams in the NBA. Billionaires in America is putting a bid to buy college teams. So there's 25 teams right here. That means, okay, there's 30 teams in the NBA. Okay, so let's just say everything's comparable. the top 25, the top 25. These are these 25 schools is the same top 25. How many teams are in the NCAA tournament? Nady, you should know. You're a big gambler. How many teams in the Sweet 16 tournament for NCAA basketball? About to fuck your minds up. Come on, Nate. You're supposed to be quick with this shit. How many teams is in the March Madness tournament? Damn, Nate. Nate's slow tonight. Hold on a second. Nate's usually on the money. Hold on a second. How many teams in NCAA? How many teams in NCAA basketball tournament? 68. Fuck football. Fuck football. Fuck football. Fuck football. There's 68 teams in the NCAA tournament. There's only 30 teams, we believe, in the NBA. That means there's 68 teams that someone could buy and purchase. The NBA is over. Because what you can't do in college is a federal law in college athletics. You cannot request money for the NIL. You have to request money for the athletic program. So what you do is, if you're Duke, you're like, yo, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell 51% of Duke basketball. God knows how much that makes. With that money that comes in, then we could take that money and put it into other programs. How is the NBA going to compete with college basketball? So now it's like, yo, we do the one and done because you want to get to the NBA and make the bread. I watch AJ play. I watch AJ play at Expressions. AJ is the dopest. AJ is the illest dude I've ever seen play basketball live. LeBron, Jordan, Bird, Magic, I see them all. AJ out of Brockton is the illest dude ever to play basketball. He's going to BYU. I heard he's getting paid $11 million. So let's say a billionaire now buys BYU. A billionaire buys BYU because schools are going to start selling the programs. So think about this if you have money. So now you can invest in BYU football. You could also invest in BYU basketball because basketball and football are the big programs. So think about that. That's two teams you could buy. You could buy BYU basketball. You could buy BYU football. So now I could go to AJ and be like, yo, listen, blood. There's no need for you to go to the NBA. You don't have to be one and done here. I could match the NBA salary in college. That's crazy. There is no need for you to leave college to go to the NBA because we can now match the salary of the NBA because we're a private business. This is no longer amateur athletics. We've sold 51% to a hedge fund or a billionaire. Now that billionaire, now it's not college athletics at this point, it's professional basketball. So now the NBA now has to compete with 68 professional teams. Drinking, foolery, tickets are cheap. Tickets are cheap. It ain't this bullshit at the Boston Garden where tickets are expensive. You gotta have a price for students. You could have your boxes, but you gotta have a student price. You can't price the students out of the game because you need the students there for that energy. What is the NBA gonna do? The NBA now, to compete with BYU basketball, is gonna have to start paying athletes $1 billion. And Mark Cuban said this. He said there's going to be a point in the NBA. There's going to be a point in the NBA when the athletes are going to start making more money than the owners. Shit's about to get spooky. The next 4 years under Trump is about to get spooky. So now you have 68 teams where an investor could buy. This shit is crazy. So all the single moms, you don't eat, because think about it. There's 68 teams. There's 68 teams that play in the tournament. It's less than that plays in the NBA tournament. So you don't even have to focus. You don't even the NBA, like having your kid playing the NBA or NFL in the next couple of years, that shit's corny. Your kid could make $100 million 4 years in college. Think about that. Your kid could make $100 million playing college basketball for 4 years and don't even have to go to the league. Just think about it. Only 1%. The NBA only has 12 people on the bench, right, Nate? How many kids is on the bench in the NBA? I think 12 people. Your chances of going to the NBA, is a 1 in a trillion. That's why a lot of people go and play overseas. But now you don't have to go and play overseas. You can stay at BYU for 4 years. Like AJ, I heard he's getting paid 11. The dudes on the radio said 7, right? So he can make $21 million just playing at BYU. 21. Let's say he's getting paid 7. 7 times 4. What is 7 times 4? I'm drinking. I don't even know. 7 times 4. 7 times 4. He can make $28 million playing college basketball. Living on campus for free. Chilling. Yeah, you could probably make more money in the NBA. But what's the tax situation in some of these states? Nebraska, Florida, North Carolina. You make $28 million playing in Boston, Michelle Wu's going to take 50% of that. Why even go to the NBA? Why even play in the NFL? Why would you want to play in the NFL? Why would you want to go and play for the New England Patriots? Shador Sanders is making $6 million a year right now in Colorado. $6 million. Right. 6 times 4. It's 24. You can make $24 million playing college football right now as things are set up. But once billionaires start buying, if a billionaire buys Colorado, that's over. You got Deion Sanders as the coach. Great stadium. You have NFL coaches at the college level. You got Bill Belichick going to North Carolina, supposedly, allegedly. Why would you want to go and play in the NFL and NBA? You could play 1 year. You could play 1 year at a university, anyone, and be financially set for the rest of your life, even if it's $1 million. Now, a lot of people say $1 million is not a lot of money. You put $1 million in the bank at 3%, that's $30,000 a year. 30 grand a year if you just put that shit in Citizens Bank, not investing, just put it in the bank at 3%. It's $30 million a year. That's $30,000 a year. Then you're going to get a part-time job at fucking Arby's and make another 30. You're making 60,000. You could do a little part-time job flipping hamburgers. You're making 60 grand a year. You could take that 30 grand, then you can start buying cribs or investing and really start to flip that money. The shit is crazy. The shit is crazy right now. The former owner of the Milwaukee Bucks is trying to buy a couple of college football programs. Why would you even buy an NFL team when you could buy Alabama? You could buy Alabama for short money. You could buy Auburn for short money. You could buy 2 teams for short money, way cheaper than buying a professional football team and in the NFL. Like, why would you even want to do that? NFL wants $1 billion to buy a team. And for the NFL, you got to have $1 billion in the bank to put up another $1 billion. So if you're going to buy an NFL team, you need $2 billion. You need $1 billion chilling, and then you need $1 billion to purchase the team. Why the fuck would I want to do that? If Alabama makes $100 million, I can acquire Alabama football program for $50 million. And then by the time you do the math, it could make $700 million. Why would I even want to deal with the NFL? And there's more kids in the world that could play college football than NFL. So all I'm saying to these moms, man, if your kid wants to play in the NFL and NBA, cool. But get your kid to the college level, because shit's about to get spooky out here. It's about to get spooky. It's about to get spooky. It's really, really, really about to get spooky. It's about to get spooky. The former owner of the Bucks is trying to buy college football programs. The dude sold his interest in the NBA to invest in college. Because he knows the NBA can't generate no money. There are more Alabama fans and Clemson fans than any sports team. There are more Boston College fans than Patriots fans worldwide. Shit, my high school's been shut down since 1995, and I still rep Don Bosco. I still rep my school. I hate kids from CM. I hate kids from Severian. I hate kids from St. John Prep. I'm not even going to my nephew's graduation. I'm not going to his graduation. High school rival. Don Bosco for life. I'm Don Bosco for life. Dom Savio, no thank you. Matnon, no thank you. BC High, no thank you. Catholic Memorial, no thank you. Severian, no thank you. St. John's Prep, no thank you. I'm not messing with y'all. I'm Don Bosco for life. And that's high school. We have family generations that's gone to universities. Great-grandfather went to Arkansas. Grandfather went to Arkansas. Grandma went to Arkansas. So I got to go to Arkansas. I have no choice. That's the family legacy. So when we talk about fans, they have generational fans. Who the hell's a New England Patriots fan? New England Patriots just started winning 20 years ago. I'm not rocking that. We're talking Harvard University, Yale. Cornell. What if Harvard, just the other day, you could even drive down Storrow Drive 2 weeks ago. Harvard versus Yale. Harvard versus Yale is bigger than any sporting event in Massachusetts. Harvard versus Yale, that's like 1600 beef. Them dudes been at war since 1600. There is no rivalry in the country that's bigger than Harvard versus Yale. And what if Harvard, because Harvard doesn't give academic scholarships, what if Harvard sells off 51% of the football team? It's about to get spooky. It's really about to get spooky out here. It's about to get spooky. The first acquisition of a college football team is over for the NFL. Over. It's over. Louisville, right? Louisville, that's where Lamar Jackson went. They're not in the top 25. So that's 26 teams. And then the NFL has NFL Africa, where the NFL is going to Africa to recruit kids. What if Louisville is like, yo, we can't compete with these teams, right? We're gonna open up a college campus in Africa. We're gonna open up a college campus in Europe. We're gonna build a college campus, a small school in Africa, in China, in Germany, in England. A remote campus where you could go to school. Now we're giving kids in other countries school visas to come and play. It's academia. We're educating kids all over the world, which is a tax write-off. We're educating kids. That's what we're doing. We're not, it's frowned upon for the NFL to try and grab people from Africa and Germany because it's a money play. But if you're Harvard University and you build a lush campus in Nigeria, we're educating Africans. We feel bad for the Africans. We're going to educate some Africans over in fucking Nigeria. College transcripts are transferable to Cambridge, Massachusetts. Oh, you play football? Yeah, I mean, would you come play football for us? And what that does, since Harvard sells the football team off, that's a private entity. It has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with the college. That's a private entity. That's privatized business. So then now the education is completely different from the athletics. Athletics, that's private. Academia is academia. You get what I'm saying? So now we could really hide behind college education is important. It's a way for the colleges to hide behind academia because the athletics is privatized. That has nothing to do with the university. Since it's privatized, right? Then what happens? Now those kids don't even have to go to college anymore. It's a private entity. It has nothing to do with the school. You play football. So now you can practice. Now you could practice more. Because you don't have to go to school. It's a private entity. So now that you're practicing more, if you do want to go to the NFL or NBA, the talent is going to be better. Then you could sign kids to a 4-year contract. Why would I go to the NFL? Have you seen the facilities at Oregon? Have you seen the facilities at fucking Alabama? Cincinnati Bengals ain't got that. Tennessee Titans ain't got that. New England Patriots ain't got no facilities out there. The University of Alabama got fucking AI in the toilets, my nigga. They got AI in the toilets. When you piss in the toilet at the University of Alabama, it reads your piss to see if you're dehydrated or not. Cincinnati Bengals ain't got that. Oregon has 100 uniforms. The money's going to get scary. The money's going to get scary. The money's going to get scary. I'm going to bed. I don't believe what's going on. I don't believe what's going on. The next 4 years in this country, it's going to be insane. S&P 500 over 6,000, crypto over 100,000. Fucking hot Tui, the hot Tui fucking meme coin had a market cap of 500 million. A market cap of 500 million on a meme coin, and they did a rug pull. It's going to be dangerous, folks. It's going to be dangerous. The next 4 years in this country's going to fucking run. Once Trump get in the office, it's lights out. They're going to be selling college teams. You're going to see kids on college campuses driving Rolls Royces to class. You're going to see people making 100 million in college. They got rid of the DEI, right? They got rid of that. So now they don't have to let minorities into the colleges. So you're going to see the colleges get more white. Yo, listen. Listen. For 50 years, my family has gone to Harvard. And I understand that Timmy is a fucking idiot. But we've donated so much money to this school. And I know Timmy got a 3.6. He deserved to be in that school because I donated money. And you're not going to let Timmy get in. You're going to let Tyrone come in from Roxbury into the school. Because you got to have so many black kids in the school or minority kids in the school. Fuck that. My family has donated millions of dollars to this school. So the money's going to get crazy. It's a play. Y'all don't see the play? Y'all fucking around with Jay-Z and Puffy and all this bullshit. Y'all don't see the play? They got rid of DEI. Not DWI. They got rid of DEI. They got rid of it because they knew that they're going to sell their assets. So we need more rich white people coming to our school. So then they can buy more tickets to keep the family tradition. This isn't racism. And a lot of you black Democrats are crying racism. This ain't racism. This is business. Like I said, we all know that Timmy's a fucking retard. But look at my endowment. Look at my fucking endowment. Look how much money I've donated to the school. Look how much money I've donated to the school. And you're gonna let my great grandkid come into the school? You're gonna have fucking Tyrone come in? Tyrone's parents could barely afford a Harvard t-shirt, an Alabama t-shirt, a Penn State t-shirt. It's not racism, folks, it's business. And on the flip side, who it's going to benefit is the young black athlete. Because trust me, the black people from Haiti, Jamaica, and Africa, they're going to get into those schools because they're coming from a higher standard of education. When I was working at the hospital, all the black kids that was in the medical program were immigrants. The only ones that was in the DEI program were the black Americans. Because black Americans go to shitty public schools. Jamaicans, Haitians, Trinis, Bajans, Chinese, Africans, parents don't play that shit. Motherfucker, you gotta read and do your homework. And we ain't taking no shorts. We don't want no handouts. So they gotta let the black Americans in because y'all motherfuckers are going to fucked up schools. So we let you in on the slide. But we can no longer let you in the slide because your parents can't support the gift shop. We need to sell jerseys to pay the NIL so we could donate money to the chemistry lab. So for the women's fucking volleyball team, they need a new stadium. How are we going to build a new stadium for the volleyball team and women's hockey team if we letting in poor kids into our school? It's business. It ain't personal. It's business. My something black is done. It's brought to you by Can of Butter Babe. Crazy.